what leadership qualities or things that you haven't had to deploy over the past 5 or 10 years in your career, now you find yourself kind of having to reach into the well to doing things that or experiencing things you wouldn't necessarily have been called on to do?
Yeah, so I've always been, my guys probably could they probably have some sort of game for however many times I say collaboration, and someone probably gets $1 or something. But I'm super, big on collaboration, and that just to kind of segue for a sec. A few minutes ago, we were talking about folks, some CIOs and technology leads that don't get along, or have challenges with marketing or sales or whoever it is. And listen, that whether it's relational or just those roles typically don't get along. I wholeheartely can appreciate that, but from my seat, from my perspective, I always find that leading off with humility is something that goes so far. And when you go into a challenging relationship, whether it's a meeting or something like that, if you can start with that, it always puts the other person on the defensive a little bit. Not that you want to play offense versus defense, but a lot of times, having that kind of in your bag of tricks is a very helpful thing. So if you can kind of, with the dose of humility, a lot of times that'll set the conversation and the relationship off to a good start. You have a good foundation. So getting back to kind of, I guess, even humility as it relates to leading teams and specifically in these times, collaboration has always been huge, and obviously that's much easier when you're sitting across the table, whether it's a conference room table or a lunch table with your team, with your whether it's a peer or subordinates or teams. So the bit of a challenge has been, okay, how do we still maintain that level of interaction, close collaboration, discussing and, keeping things open. It's not, I'm the boss, you do what I say. It's got to be this back and forth, this discussion, now ultimately there has to be a point where, all right, enough discussion, let's make a decision to move forward with X, Y, Z. But generally I've always felt that better served with face-to-face discussions, even with global stuff. We try to do, I travel a decent amount globally. So having those opportunities is great. Even when we are remote, that's why I'm kind of, always preaching about video conferencing. I think that's so important, is at least you can do, read body language and things like that. But what I've kind of been doing around that is more frequent, quick touch bases. We've done virtual happy hours and virtual lunch meetings and where everyone just grabs their lunch. And because of the global nature of the business, it's like global lunch for some people, global breakfast for others, and global dinners for others. So it's, hey, let's grab coffee, grab a glass of wine, depending on the time of day it is, and let's just catch up. And sometimes it's not even work stuff. It's hey, what books are we into now? What's happening with your kids? Even if it's a small group versus a town hall, we had 170 people on, where obviously you can't have those discussions globally or in that kind of setting, but you can at least talk about things at a less formal manner. So again, collaboration is just done differently now.